Mexico is a place where natural beauty, vibrant art, and delicious cuisine come together in a unique way. From the beautiful beaches to the lush jungles, there's so much to see and explore. The art is as colorful and vibrant as the culture itself, with murals and paintings telling stories of the country's past and present. The food, full of rich flavors and spices, is something everyone should try.
The rich culture of Mexico is a tapestry woven from centuries of historical influences. The stories of ancient civilizations, blended with those of Spanish conquests, have shaped Mexican culture into something truly special. You can see these influences in festivals, architecture, and the diverse traditions that continue to thrive today. This mix of old and new worlds offers a fascinating glimpse into the history that has built the nation.
In the 16th century, the arrival of Spanish explorers changed the course of Mexican history. These explorers brought with them new ideas, people, and practices that would lead to significant changes. The mix of cultures started a new chapter, affecting everything from language to the social structure. We can't talk about Mexican history without mentioning this significant encounter that transformed the land.
Long before the Spanish arrived, Mesoamerica was already a thriving region. Early settlers had populated this area, leading to the growth of permanent civilizations. The abundance of natural resources here helped these first settlers create complex societies. These early inhabitants set the foundation for cultures that would evolve into the fascinating civilizations of the Olmec, Maya, and eventually the Aztecs.
Mesoamerica, with its rich resources, became home to some of the first permanent civilizations. Early settlers adapted and flourished thanks to the land's offerings, leading them to form structured societies. By 2000 BC, these civilizations were taking root and starting to develop complex cultures, laying the groundwork for future societies. Their achievements were significant, and they began shaping the landscape and history of what we know as Mexico today.
The Olmec civilization is often considered the mother culture of Mesoamerica. Known for their impressive stone heads, some over 3 meters high, they left an indelible mark. These sculptures make clear the skill and artistry of the Olmecs, and their society was influential in shaping the course of history. This civilization paved the way for future developments in the region, providing a cultural foundation for the generations that followed.
Following the Olmecs, Teotihuacan rose to prominence as the first major metropolis in Mesoamerica. By the time it flourished, it was home to around 125,000 people. This city wasn't just vast, it was incredibly sophisticated, with avenues and impressive architecture. It embraced monumental stone pyramids and temples, further driving innovations in architecture and urban planning. Teotihuacan became a true cultural and economic hub of the region.
Among Teotihuacan's architectural marvels were the Pyramid of the Moon and the Pyramid of the Sun, significant both religiously and architecturally. These pyramids served as templates for future structures in the region, underscoring their importance. Such advancements in building and design were not only achievements, but also influences that would be seen in later cultures across Mesoamerica. This city laid the blueprint for many future developments that defined the region's architectural history.
Moving on from Teotihuacan, the Maya civilization emerged in southeastern Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, Belize, and parts of Guatemala. The Maya were known for their incredible architecture, especially their monumental stone pyramids, which served as both temples and centers for their cities. They also developed a sophisticated writing system that captured their history and stories. The achievements of the Maya were not only in art and architecture, but also in their understanding of the world.
The Maya made remarkable advancements in mathematics and astronomy, which were crucial for developing their calendar system. They were able to predict celestial events and align their activities with them, showcasing their deep knowledge of the stars. Their understanding of mathematics allowed them to create a number system that included the concept of zero, something not every ancient civilization developed. This intellectual legacy is one of the many reasons the Maya are remembered as a highly advanced civilization.
Despite their achievements, the Maya civilization faced internal challenges. Cities like Tikal and Calakmul vied for dominance, leading to political fragmentation. This competition weakened their unity and led to conflicts that made them vulnerable. By the 9th century, these internal struggles contributed to a broader societal collapse, causing many cities to be abandoned. The decline of key urban centers marked a significant change in their regional power and significance.
The reasons for the Mayan collapse are still discussed by historians. While war and internal conflict played a part, other factors such as climate change might have influenced the situation. The decline of the Maya coincided with wider changes in Mesoamerica, paving the way for the rise of new powers like the Toltecs. The Toltecs emerged as a dominant force after being under Teotihuacan's influence, showcasing the region's continual transformation through periods of power shifts and cultural evolution.
The Aztec Empire was an alliance of three city-states: Texcoco, Tlacopan, and Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan, founded in 1325, was the heart of this empire and a remarkable achievement of engineering and urban planning. Built on a lake, the city was connected by man-made causeways and was home to some 200,000 people. A great pyramid stood at its center, serving as the religious hub and symbolizing the power of the Aztecs.
Religion played a crucial role in the Aztec Empire, with numerous rituals and sacrifices. The empire was not just religiously focused, it also governed economically and militarily. The Aztecs controlled much of central Mexico, using their military might to extract wealth from conquered regions. This system allowed the empire to grow rich and influential, focusing on both tribute and trade as means to prosperity. It was a complex structure, interlinking belief and economics.
In 1519, Hernán Cortés arrived with 500 men, marking a turning point in the Aztec Empire's history. Local tribes, oppressed by the Aztecs, saw an opportunity and joined Cortés. This alliance was decisive in the conquest of Tenochtitlan. The city's fall was a dramatic event, ending with the death of Moctezuma II, the last Aztec emperor. Cortés and his forces transformed Tenochtitlan into Mexico City, the heart of a new era.
With the creation of New Spain, the Spanish introduced the encomienda system, reshaping local societies. This system assigned Spanish settlers control over land and indigenous labor, aligning with European ideals. Spanish missionaries aimed to convert natives to Christianity, further altering the cultural landscape. Through these efforts, the blend of Spanish and local traditions crafted a new society, setting the groundwork for Mexico's future cultural and social identity.
Spanish colonization had a significant impact on Mexico, bringing changes that reshaped social and economic structures. The Spanish introduced new governance systems and sought to control the land through various means. Encomienda was one such system, allowing Spanish settlers to manage lands and labor. This redefined local societies, often exploiting native people and altering their way of life drastically.
Despite the Spanish efforts, not all regions were easily subdued. Conquering the Maya in their dense jungles was a prolonged challenge. Political fragmentation among the Maya further complicated conquest efforts. In the north, groups like the Chichimecas resisted fiercely, causing difficulties for Spanish expansion. These regions showed great resilience, offering a glimpse of the complex interactions between colonizers and native groups.
The quest for economic gain drove Spanish interests, especially with the silver mines discovered in Zacatecas and Guanajuato. These mines became central to the economic wealth of New Spain, fueling the Spanish Empire's prosperity and attracting more settlers. The mines brought new opportunities and challenges, impacting the region's development and increasing interaction between different cultural groups.
Cultural transformations marked the colonization period, with Spanish and indigenous traditions blending over time. Syncretism emerged as native beliefs mixed with Christianity, shaping unique practices like Dia de los Muertos. This blend added richness to Mexican identity, creating cultural icons such as mariachi music and tequila, which became symbols of a new, evolving society. The cultural legacy of this period continues to influence Mexico today.
During this period, the colonial caste system had placed individuals into strict social hierarchies, bringing tensions within the society. The Peninsulares, who were Spaniards born in Spain, held the most power and privileges, while the Criollos, those of Spanish descent born in Mexico, felt marginalized and increasingly annoyed. This divide was a source of much unrest, eventually causing significant friction and dissatisfaction among the different societal groups.
Inspired by the revolutionary ideals from the United States and French revolutions, calls for change echoed across Mexico. These global movements of independence became a beacon of hope for those seeking freedom from Spanish rule. The spirited ideas of liberty and self-governance spurred a widespread desire for an independent Mexican state. Revolutionary thoughts turned into concrete actions as leaders rose to challenge colonial rule, setting the stage for the country's path to independence.
The Mexican War of Independence began in 1810, famously marked by Miguel Hidalgo's cry for independence. Hidalgo, a priest, gathered an army of local farmers and revolutionaries, igniting a movement across the land. Though he was eventually captured and executed, his cry for freedom had set an unstoppable force in motion. Vicente Guerrero emerged later as another crucial figure, spearheading efforts that carried the independence flame forward, making significant contributions to the cause.
After years of struggle and countless battles, a turning point came in 1821 when Agustín de Iturbide united forces with Vicente Guerrero. This pivotal alliance resulted in a plan that eventually declared Mexico's independence from Spanish rule. However, the initial years of independence were marked by turbulence. In a bid to establish stability, Mexico first became an empire under Iturbide, yet the empire quickly crumbled, leading to the birth of the Mexican Republic in 1823.
After gaining independence, Mexico faced complex challenges, including territory loss and foreign incursions. The Mexican-American War ended in 1848 with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, resulting in Mexico losing vast lands to the United States. This loss was a major setback for the nation, and President Santa Anna's subsequent leadership failed to stabilize the political situation. In 1861, Mexico's financial challenges led to the French invasion, installing Maximilian of Austria as emperor for a short time.
The era of General Porfirio Diaz, known as the Porfiriato, marked a period of significant modernization and growth. During his long rule, Mexico saw the development of infrastructure, including railways and telegraphs, and improvements in mining and agriculture. Foreign investment played a vital role in these advancements, although it also meant foreign influence grew in many sectors. This period laid the groundwork for a modern economy, yet many Mexicans felt excluded from these benefits, leading to unrest.
In 1910, the promise and later retraction of political reforms by Diaz sparked the Mexican Revolution, a time of intense social change and conflict. The dictatorship fell, and Francisco Madero came to power, but political instability continued to plague the nation. General Victoriano Huerta's coup further deepened the crisis until the rise of the Constitutionalists, leading to the Institutional Revolutionary Party's dominance. Although characterized by challenges, this era brought reforms to land and labor practices.
Despite the turbulent revolutionary period, Mexico experienced notable economic growth during the mid-20th century, known as the Mexican Miracle. Industries flourished, and urbanization increased, drawing closer ties with the United States. However, the economy went through ups and downs, leading to challenges such as inequality and the rise of drug cartels. While these issues persist, Mexico continues to evolve, addressing challenges with the same resilient spirit seen throughout its history. If you found our exploration of Mexico's history interesting, please like this episode and leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts. To dive deeper, consider joining our YouTube membership. Members get access to the complete text of all our episodes on Google Drive and can support our ongoing content creation. Your support is greatly appreciated.